Hello and welcome to FRL. This is Season 2, Round 18, Division 1. We are at Coda in the USA. My name is Nick and I'm joined by Viet, who's by my side most weeks. So Viet, how are you, my man?
Good morning, good evening, Nick. I'm doing pretty well. We had a banger of a race last week. Hopefully we get a lot more finishers this week on a beautiful track here in Texas, Coda. Personally love the track. How do you think about it?
I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it. I like to commentate on it because there's a lot of action here all the time. So
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy that aspect. And it is quite a challenging circuit as well, but I like the mixture of long straights and all that sort of stuff. So we will get to that very, very shortly. So let's jump into it as we speak. Let's look at the circuit. So it is, in terms of length, it's a, where is my length? It is, 5.53 kilometers, 20 turns. So obviously the two DRS zones as well, along the back straight as well as the front straight. That back straight there, 1.2 kilometers. So lots of opportunity for overtaking. And as I said, it is a bit of a favorite of mine, this track. We'll have a quick look at the actual circuit itself. So you can see there the start finish, sector 1, 2 and 3. Just the DRS zones, a couple of detection zones, as well as all 20 turns around the circuit of the USA, so often referred to as Coda. I don't mind it. What about you, Viet? How have you found it in the past?
Yeah, it's this is one of my favorites on the calendar. There's so little traction. It's so high speed. Difficult and challenging corners, especially the assist section in the beginning, but also the beginning, the end of sector 2, beginning of sector 3 is very technical. This, in my opinion, this track has it all. It's a combination of what you said: high speed straights, high speed corners, technical corners. So I really like this track. And hopefully it will bring some good racing today here at FRL Round 18.
Yeah, well, it usually does provide for good racing. Obviously, a couple of the sort of signature parts of the circuit. It's 55 meters of elevation along here. Obviously, it was a 37.18 meter elevation at turn 1, the left-hander, which is a distinctive part of the track. It's kind of a mixture. That sector 1, it's either you love it or you hate it. It's a bit of a similar to Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone, and then 13 to 19 is a bit of that sort of old school stadium section of Hockenheim in Germany. So a bit of a mixture of a couple of different tracks, and that, obviously that big long straight down the back, 1.2 kilometers. Plenty of opportunity for overtaking. All right, speaking of overtaking, last week there was some overtaking late in the race. Let's have a look at what we saw last week, just in terms of race results. So here we go here. So this is the results from last week. So as you can see, as you can see, you can see it on the screen. Viet, I'll get you to go through it. Can you take us just through the top 10 and give us an overview of the drivers and the constructors?
I'll walk us through. Yeah. Last week we went to the beautiful track of Suzuka in Japan, where both Hases came on top. Cleaves took the win, and behind him his teammate PSG Vengeance. Then we had the McLaren on P3 of Slardis. Silderford went on to claim P4. Exotic got P5. Chihi Edmund P6. Hervina P7. Jack Jackson P8. Wheezy Western, the reserve, got P9. And then Puttenby Hoppin got P10. We only had 13 finishers in the end, so pretty unfortunate, but it was a it was a very chaotic race. And if we look at the driver standings, because Sandizi didn't race last week and Baraka DNF'd, Nothing changed in the standings on top. So Baraka still leading the championship, followed by Sandizi. Then third, Jack Jackson. Fourth, Rogers. Fifth, Cleophas, which of course is coming up pretty quickly. Sixth, Chi Yetmund. 7, Diddlelick, Primetime Raz, Slardis, and rounding off the top 10 is PhD Vengeance. And the team standings, Mercedes, of course, leading the championship. They have been for a long time. Hopefully Williams can take the fight back to them. With it still a couple races left to go, so it's with a couple DNFs and a couple good results from both Sandizi and the King, Williams might be able to grasp back at Mercedes. But the battle between Williams and Red Bull is also very close. Only 4 points differ to those teams. Then Ferrari in P4, Haas P5, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Racing Point, Renault, and last but not least, the Honda boys of AlphaTauri.
So I think
very exciting constructors battle still ahead of us with Williams, Red Bull, Ferrari, and Haas. That might be wrong though. Haas should be leading over Ferrari with 184 for Haas and 174 from Ferrari.
Just got
that might be a mistake and a little bit of mixed up.
Yeah.
But it's all very close, and nothing's over yet.
No, so obviously with only 4 rounds, including this one remaining, it's going to be tough for Williams to grasp 124 points without Mercedes scoring anything. But for second, third, and fourth and fifth as well, it's still pretty close between obviously Williams and Red Bull. It's only 4 points separating them, and then obviously 10 points separating Ferrari and Haas. So with the 1-2 last week, and Cleophas coming on late in the season, and Vengeance also no slouch himself, those two have put themselves in a really good position. So that's all still that's all still to play for. And as we saw, it was a Haas 1-2 last week, so they did themselves the best they could possibly do last week with maximum points. So we'll see what they can do again. Looks like Vengeance and Cleophas are back in there as well this week, as should have a few more minutes. We've got 17 drivers that are ready to go right now, so just waiting on a couple right now. Looks like Primetime Raz is just looking to get into his car, so we'll just keep on plugging away. So that was so last week it was the insane end to the race in terms of we saw the big dive bomb between it was Crazy Kiwi and Putin be hopping. If you haven't seen it, go back on the CCR network and have a look at it. I think it was Slardis posted something in the Discord this week. He had the best possible view of it. And he scored a podium last week as well, so it was fantastic to see him get a great result. But yeah, it was it was pretty insane. I see a new face there, well, an old face, but haven't seen him for a while. New Jersey Ananas. I think it's obviously you speak Dutch, German and Dutch, very similar. I think anise is a pineapple or something. Is that?
That is correct.
Yeah. So, New Jersey Pineapple is making an appearance in the Ferrari, so that'll be important for the constructors. I think I saw it in the Discord chat. He's done about 900 laps, something ridiculous around the circuit to get himself familiar with it. So, we'll see if that pays off for him. Later tonight, we're up to 18 drivers, so I'm not too sure who we're waiting for at the moment, but we should be able to get there pretty soon. I don't think I can see Baraka in there at the moment.
Baraka isn't here.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's able to arrive soon. Sandizi's back, so he had the week off last week, and then we also have who was it? Toss the Caber. So the league owner of Nemesis Racing League, they raced this morning Australian time, last night UK time. So he's making another appearance. So good to have him on board. And you are watching on the CCR network as well. So my name is Nick. I'm with Viet. So I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Got a couple of drivers still to get ready. We're bang on time to go though. So we're going to have to see what happens with these guys. We can pad it out a little bit more. I just guess in terms of the new game coming out as well. So
Yeah.
very
We've finally seen some real footage.
yeah. What are your thoughts?
I'm not sure yet. I think I find the F1 2020 MFD. I find it better looking than the 2021 version. But yeah, I don't know. It should be a good game. The cars look amazing. Yeah, it should be a good game. Of course, hopefully we will have lesser glitches like the blue flag glitch and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we can only hope for better league racing in the future.
Yeah, the thing I got excited about was the new damage model, and obviously they've got the new tire model as well. Yeah. So you can damage a floor, you can damage the side pods, the barge boards as well. And from all accounts, from all the videos I've seen, the common thread's been that the new tire model makes them a lot more realistic to drive, and it's going to be interesting to see with the force feedback as well how that translates into that as well. So yeah, I'm excited. It's only the 16th of July it comes out, so another 5 weeks or so. Yeah, should be good. And I think that will help actually, just in terms of, like if you get if you make contact with someone in this edition, it's you might lose a wing or you might damage the wing and can just race along with understeer for the rest of the race, whereas that will actually make it a lot more difficult for you to actually drive and be competitive. So it's going to force people to be more cautious, which will hopefully lead to cleaner racing and better league racing as well. I'm excited. From a commentary point of view, I'm excited to see what's the new spectator mode going to be like. I'm hoping for some possibly new camera angles. I'd love to see a helicopter view camera angle where you can choose that. That would be fantastic. But we'll. I'm not. I think they want to make it a good show because it is. It is becoming bigger and bigger, especially over lockdown with sim racing and everything else that went along with it. So, yeah, hopefully there's some changes in there. Just trying to work out if we're waiting for anyone. Yeah, I can't. Division 1 chat. Just going to see who we're waiting for. I think Forever Shaq Ashton. So, he's a reserve. He races in another league I commentate on, actually. So he went pretty well on Thursday night. We'll see if he arrives soon.
5 minutes delay. We're starting in 2 minutes.
Starting in 2 minutes. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple more to go. All right, so let's have a look then. Might have a look at some qualifying results. So the poll last week was Clearfus. So Clearfus took pole. P2 was Dommy Lee, so an NRL driver. He's not racing tonight, so he took P2. And P3 was Henry Rogers, another disciple of the Nemesis Racing League. He's racing tonight in that Racing Point, so we'll see what he can do. Just having a look at some of the results recently, especially Clearfus. So let's have a look at him. He arrived here, round 9. So 8 weeks ago.
Silverstone, I think.
Yeah, 8 weeks ago in where was it? France. He arrived. Okay. Yeah, took P2, P3 the next week in Austria. He didn't race in Silverstone. He took 13th in Budapest, and then it was a pole position in Belgium. Monza was P3. Singapore was P2. Then 8th in Russia and pole at Suzuka. So he's had a fantastic run since joining the league. You're having a look there, his worst starting position was 13th in Budapest. I think he was an early DNF in Budapest as well. So he's managed to convert a lot of those good qualifying positions into excellent finishing positions. But let's get
We are
into
ready to
we
go.
are going. So let's get into it. All right, I'll get back to that in a moment. Just got to get everything underway here. Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. We did it. We did it, Viet. We did it. We got through it without sort of too much fuss. That was good. All right. I hope you're enjoying some of the new graphics. So I've been working hard at trying to improve the stream as much as I can. Bring a little bit of professionalism to it. At least it looks professional. It doesn't always sound professional. But, yeah, so Clearfus, so just having a look at his, he won first round out. He won in Belgium, and then he won in Suzuka. Then Italy and Singapore, he came second. So he's had 2 DNFs, one in Budapest and one in Russia. So the man's been in some form. We saw the epic showdown between him and Baraka in Singapore, which was on the CCR network. Definitely worth checking out. And looks like we've got some dry weather right now as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's Koda could always be rainy. We've seen it in the past, and if you're a NASCAR fan, you've seen it a couple weeks ago when NASCAR raced here at Koda, and it was absolute carnage. If you have the time and you like NASCAR, I would advise to check the highlights of that race, because it was absolutely plumbing down. And NASCAR, of course, usually doesn't race in the rain, but they do on road courses, and it came with a bit of chaos as the first drivers are heading out. Looks like Rogers is the first one on track, so he will be the first one to complete his outlap and start his flying lap. So we see multiple guys coming out straight from the bat, setting their laps. Baraka, as per usual, on the inters for his first lap, just getting everything sorted. From experience, I heard that he does that to check his pedals and his steering wheel and if everything's working, so that he doesn't ruin a set. So a little bit of insight from why he does that.
On the inters, do you say that? Is that what that why he does? He goes out. Okay, all right, interesting. Interesting strategy. Okay, yeah, cool. Sorry, keep going. It was interesting observation.
Yeah, I heard it in Jarno Opmeer, probably the best sim racer in the world. Dutch, of course. Who else?
You're not biased at all.
He does this as well to check if everything's correct. So I assume Baraka's coming in at the end of the lap. It's just for technical reasons. As we have a little bit of a pile up in the last sector, which is always fun.
Yeah, see, there's a Red Bull, a Haas, and a Alfa Romeo in there amongst them all, but hopefully they can all get through and get their own little piece of the track. If you haven't joined us before, we do 18-minute short qualifying here, and it's a 50% race. I know some leagues do full qualifying, but we do short ones here, which I do find probably a bit more enjoyable than the full qualifying, so they tend to drag on a little bit, but each league has their own preferences. Obviously, a little bit more strategy in the full qualifying. Yeah. So Henry Rogers making his way down the back straight. So he leaves his braking nice and late. Lap times around here. What are you expecting for a pole time, Viet?
Looking at the leaderboards, I had a quick look for time trials. I myself do low 30s here, but I've seen people here banging in low 29s. So I'm expecting a 29 as a pole for sure. Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what Henry Rogers can do. So he's coming around the final turn now, the right hand up. Important not to invalidate the lap there. Here goes a 130. So we'll see what Hannah Plancher can do as he comes around the final turn. He goes a 130.8. Sandeezy, he goes a 130.4. What about New Jersey Annis? He goes a 129.8, so setting the pace straight away. Mucho Chan, he was early DNF last week. He goes a 129.9. Jack Jackson, who was caught up in that, I think in the last lap kerfuffle. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was him and Slardis. Slardis and Putin hopping. He goes a 131.2. The King, he's a little way off yet. But yeah, so Slardis, the man who took P3 and had the optimal view of the Putin hopping and crazy Kiwi incident, could call it, suicide mission from both of them through the 130R. He's slowing right down. What about the King? He's invalidated his lap. There's another Ferrari out there. Havina's on an out lap. What about Sandeezy going again? He's invalidated his lap, so that's not going to matter.
Alpha's now on the back straight. He's on a hot lap. Probably the only one right now who's not on an in or out lap, in lap or in the pits actually. It doesn't break, doesn't lock up at the end of the straight, which we see quite often. Keeps it in fairly low gear, high revs through there, so lots of risk involved there. Low fuel, as you can see in the bottom right, if you have the telemetry on. And
he's invalidated
on the penultimate corner. That is unfortunate for him. Luckily he can dive it straight in, which he does, so he'll be out there again quite soon.
All right.
The only one on track for a lap now is the Ferrari of Ravina.
Yeah.
He's coming up to the heavy braking zone at the end of the back straight. Does lock up his left front, which is very, very easy to do because it goes a little bit downhill. Sets a purple middle sector, so he should be on for a good time. Takes a good and wide entry line through that difficult technical section there at the beginning of at the end of sector 2. Locks up again, keeps it inside the white line, so it doesn't invalidate. It's probably the most important thing for the banker lap. Coming up to the line, it's at 38, which brings him up to P7. So pretty decent banker lap for the Ferrari.
Yeah, so he's kind of hovered around there between 6th to 9th over his last 5 qualifying outings. So 7th is pretty much smack bang right in the middle there for him. Iron Apple, he's currently down in P12. So over a third of the distance through this qualifying session. At the top of the times, it's New Jersey Ananas. I'm just going to call him New Jersey Pineapple. That's just a lot easier for me. He's making an appearance. I'm just trying to find out. I think this might be his first appearance in this division this season, by the look of it. Yep. So a 129.8. Baraka's yet to pit, so he went out on that strategy as you talked about earlier. But yes, it's 129.8 is the time to beat right now. As Sliders, he's on an outlap. The track has gone a little bit quiet as everyone's putting that. Well, most people put in their banker laps. We have 7 drivers without banker laps. We've got a 19 car grid tonight. We almost made it to 20. Just 1 car off. We might even see someone arrive late for the race after qualifying's finished. But for now, it's 19, and the track is starting to get a little bit busier as we have less than 10 minutes left in this qualifying session. And this is, if you've just joined us, this is round 18 of the FRL Division 1 series. Who do we have here? Slardis, I think, is on a timed lap right now. I think Henry Rogers just started his time as well. So we'll keep an eye on both of these drivers as the track is starting to get a little bit busy. We've got a couple of cars coming through 15 and 16 now. Looks like it's a Williams and a Red Bull. And it looks like Baraka has just started his lap as well. So we'll see what he can do. Or am I mistaken on that? No, I am mistaken.
Yeah,
he's on his out lap. All right, so let's concentrate on this man though. P3 last week in the race. His qualifying effort wasn't too bad either from memory. He took home, I think it was, what was it last week? Slightest was P16. So 2 weeks in a row, he was 16 and 13th before that, before he didn't race. So he'll be wanting to try and improve on that. Yeah, he got that really good podium last week in Japan. Let's see what he can do now. He goes a 131 flat. We have, I think this is, it's Henry Rogers is who I'm looking for. Here he comes. Yep, so he's just coming through 16 and 17 now. So you can usually take these corners flat out if you've got the car hooked up properly. Oh, he's invalidated his lap. All right, so that's it for Henry Rogers. New Jersey, Pineapple. How do I pronounce it, Viet? You know how to pronounce it better than I would.
New Jersey Ananas.
Ananas. All right. He goes even faster with a 129.2. Clearfus, what can he do? He goes
Baraka
P4.
Sets a purple first sector.
Let's get to Baraka. So
very good line there through the S's. Absolutely amazing stuff here from the Mercedes driver and our championship leader. Maybe we'll see a 28. By the way, we have been surprised before. So we might get surprised again. As he brakes very late there, locks up a little bit, cuts as much as he can with the strict track limits, sets double purples now, sector 1 and sector 2. Have a good wide entry for this technical bit. Early on the power, and then which set flat out through these corners. He hooks it up perfectly. In my opinion, this is the hardest corner on the track.
I agree.
Which he negotiates perfectly. Very wide entry there. Coming up to the line. What will he do? He sets a 29.1. Tops the table again.
Wow.
This man never seems to disappoint.
No, he's always on it. It's Death Taxes and Baraka putting in some very fast laps. Hervina, he's just started his lap. I'm looking for a Haas. Oh, so Clearfus, he's invalidated his lap. Chihi Edmund, though, in the Alfa Romeo, he's yet to set a time as we have just over 6 minutes left. So we're almost 2/3 of the way through this one. Chihi Edmund setting his time, goes to 132.7, so that's good enough for P15 right now. Prime time Raz, so the teammate of Baraka, he's going to pit Iron Apple. He is 7 seconds up on his best time, so he had a rough one the first one around. He goes P15 with a 131.9. Wheezy Weston, good to see him back again, racing in the formulas. Where did he come on? Did he race? Just trying to think.
He finished P9, I think.
Yeah, last week. Yeah. All right, Silderfort. What about Mitro Chan? Is he out there as well? He's on a fresh set of soft tyres. He goes a 129.7, so that's good enough for P4. Who else is out there? So I think I see a Ferrari. That's Hervina by the look of it, but he hasn't invalidated his lap. So he's 2/10 up. He's just coming through 17 and 18 now. Yeah, about that. Oh, sorry, we've just gone through it. Turn 19. Do you want to explain to us as we watch the Hervina finish his lap? Why is it so hard? Why do you rate it as the most difficult turn on the track?
I think it's hard because of multiple reasons. First of all, it's one of the last corners, so you really don't want to invalidate there. Plus, it's very high speed. You really gotta throw the car in. Not as you see in IndyCar. If someone ever saw the IndyCar line through there, you're aware they go wide, like the corner doesn't exist. But this is different, of course, in F1, a little bit more downforce. IndyCar is more upforce, actually, especially on the ovals. But it's it's so high speed, and you can't see the exit of the corner. There's a little kink, in little hill or something in the corner itself. So you can't see the exit. So you really have to trust that the corner is there and that you will make it. And it's because it's at near the end of the lap. There's a little bit more pressure than other corners.
I agree.
You really don't want to invalidate in the penultimate corner. So I think we will see most of the track limits in that corner. Plus, of course, the assist, which is very easy to invalidate as well when you're on the limit. But Hervina coming through it now very slowly, so you can see that you can't really see the exit until you're there.
Yeah.
And that makes it so very difficult to negotiate that corner perfectly.
Yeah.
But so far we've seen a couple guys do it pretty well. Near to perfect with Baraka and New Jersey Ananas doing it of course very well. Otherwise you don't set low 29s.
Cool. All right, that's some awesome insight, and I agree. It's that sort of, it has a little rise there that makes it very hard to spot the apex, and you make a fantastic point around that it is the second last corner on the lap, so there is a lot of extra added pressure there to get it right. So we've got less than 3 minutes left, so the pressure is about to ramp up on these drivers. At the moment, the King has yet to set a time, so has Toss the Caber, so I'm not too sure what's happening there.
We missed something. FRL Hennep and Poonby Hoppin, they're out.
I saw Putin before. Looks like he might have had a bit of an off at the pit entry there. I'm not too sure what's going on with him there, but we'll have to wait and see. So it looks like those two are out. Sorry, I'm just rearranging myself here. Those two are out. So Slardis, though, he's setting another lap. He moves up into P11. Clearfus on a fresh set of tyres. He is on his out lap as well. No, sorry, he's just started his lap, I believe, or has he just finished one? A 1:29.6. Okay, yep. So he's in P4 right now.
Oh no, he ended it. I'm
yeah,
sorry. He might go again, looking at the pace, or he might go again.
Yeah, possibly. We've got quite a few drivers on out laps right now, including Toss the Caber.
Starting his lap now.
Yep, just with him.
Coming through the SS.
Yep, I'm just with him now. I think Silderfort, though, is a little bit... Oh, no, he's not ahead. It's Mucho Chan. He's on his out lap. Sorry, I'll get to New Jersey then. Yep.
3,500 up on his previous best, so that won't be enough to beat Baraka. But he has two sectors still to go through. Very good exit. There a little bit of a slide. Oh, and then he stops it instantly.
Okay.
So that slide caused him to say no, that wasn't good enough. I'll go again.
Yep.
ERS back to 0. Ooh, as he just moves out of the way in time for Chi Yetman. And then from Primetime Raz needs to watch out for.
Is he still going, or has he stopped?
No, he stopped.
All right, we'll get to Clearfus then. So Clearfus is going. He invalidated again. He's just invalidated his lap, so he'll duck into the pits quickly there. I think Primetime Raz is coming through now. We've got a Williams out there as well. That's Sandeezy. I'll get back to Primetime Raz. So he's invalidated. Who else do we have out there? Is that Iron Apple? It is Iron Apple. He hasn't invalidated. He's currently down in 17th with a 1:31.9. He's not going to improve that time. What about Mucho Chan? I think this... every time I try to pick him up... he's just coming up through onto the back straight there. It was Silderfort, his teammate.
With the purple.
Has gone into the pits. Jack Jackson. Where's the other Red Bull? Wheezy Weston. He just crosses the line. Jack Jackson, his teammates out there. Henry Rogers. Here we go. So Henry's coming through now. He's P7. So we've gone 000. What can Henry Rogers pull out the time trial specialist? He remains in P7. Chihi Edmund. No, it's Tosakaba finally doing a lap. We pick it up. Here goes P15 right now. This has got to be Mucho Chan. This is Mucho Chan. We finally got him. He's currently P5. Sandeezy and Cleophas. He just invalidated his lap. What about Jack Jackson? He's currently P12. He's a 10th down on his best time. What can he do? I think Vengeance is right behind him as well. We'll get to him in a second. Jack Jackson remains in P12. Vengeance, he goes P5, so he beats his best time. What about Baraka? He's currently pole position with the 129.1, and he goes even faster. Wow. New Jersey Ananas.
God, what a lap.
New Jersey Ananas, he's coming through now.
Can he beat Baraka there?
I don't.
A bit of a lock up in the last corner, but coming up to the line, he doesn't beat him, but does improve.
Yeah, still a very, very solid lap from him though.
That's it.
But that is our grid. So once again, Baraka takes pole position. Let's see how many that is for the season. That'd be 3, 4, 5. Let me count them. 6, 7, 8 that I know of. So. Congratulations to Baraka.
Almost.
Yeah.
50% pull.
He's kind of, he's qualifying sort of win it or bin it, really. Yeah. Good result from Sandeezy. We didn't see too much of him, but P3 there. Cleophas up in P4. Vengeance, once again, another strong showing from the Huss boys. Mucho Chan as well in P6. Henry Rogers in P7, so good result for him. P8 is Hervina, and then P9 Chihi Edmund and Hannah Planche in P10 there. So that's the top 10. As I get them all written down, just bear with me. Who was 10? Hannah Planche.
Baraka got his fastest lap without setting one purple sector.
Wow.
In the end. So, yeah, that's absolutely insane.
I think that just
there's
shows
still time. There's still time in the bank then.
Yeah, but obviously the race is a different thing. Hey, good result from Putin Behoppen as well. So good result from him. Then let's finish off this grid. Slardis in P12, so better result for him this week. Jack Jackson, not too sure if he'll be very happy with that result. Silderfort down in P14. Toss the Caber in P15, Primetime Raz in P16, Wheezy still getting back into the swing of things in F1, Iron Apple, and then the King bringing up the rear. Let's have a look at tyre strategy. So all the top 10 guys started on the softs, medium runners, Jack Jackson, Silderfort, Toss the Caber, Primetime Raz, Wheezy, and Iron Apple. Putin B. Hoppin, he just gets into the mediums as well. I think we're in for a good race. The top, the first 3 rows excites me. The first 4 rows, well, the top 10 really got some fast drivers in there. So what we'll do though, we'll get you to take us through the grid.
I'll walk us through. Yep. Starting off from pole position, it's our championship leader, the Mercedes of Baraka. Great job from him, as we see the predicted pit stop strategy in the lower end of our screens. P2 for his first race here in FRL. It's New Jersey Ananas. Well done to him. Third, Sandeezy. He's finally back from being absent last week. Hopefully he can get a good result now. The houses seeming to be... oh, they make contact. Oh no, that's Mucho Chan or something. I have no clue. Somebody might be DNF there. But the houses seem to be inseparable with Cleophas and Vengeance P4 and 5. The Mucho Chan, he wasn't here last week, I think, at the top of my head, but he's got P6. Then our CCC veteran Rogers P7, Hervina P8, Chihi Edmund in P9. FRL Hennep, who changed his name last week, he is P10. And then the McLarens of Pudenby Hoppin and Slardis, both on P11 and 12. Bit of an unfortunate result there for the Red Bull of Jack Jackson. He usually is more near the front of the grid. Then Sildeford in the AlphaTauri in P14. Then the boss of Nemesis Racing League, Tosta Kaber, the Scotsman, in P15. Then Primetime Raz, Baraka's teammate and championship leaders in the constructors, in P16.
Oh no, sorry, that was AlphaTauri. That was Sildeford. Sorry to cut you off there, Viet.
No problem. Wheezy in P17, then Iron Apple in the what now is the Aston Martin, but was the Racing Point, and then last but not least, the fan favorite, the King. He failed to set a lap, but the race is 28 laps long, and there is plenty of time. As I'll give it back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Viet. So that was the timing was perfect this week. I love it. All right, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Let's go racing at the Circuit of the Americas. So it looks like Baraka gets a nice start. New Jersey as well. Sandeezy's going to challenge him. Clearfus looking up the inside to try and take a position. Doesn't make any contact. Oh no, it's Hannah Planches. That was Sandeezy as well. Made some contact, so he's dropped down to 8th. He's going to make... Oh no, Sandeezy got collected by one of the AlphaTauris, the Alfa Romeos. He's out. That's got to be... Oh, he's at least lost a front wing. So I think he made contact with Tosta Kaber there. So he's done. Oh, well, he's not done. He has got damage, though. He's going to have to pit for that. We're under virtual safety car. Just having a look.
The King picked up a 5-second penalty for contact with Jack Jackson. So that would probably be... under the VSC conditions, so very, very unfortunate for both Williamses. Whilst the championship in the constructors is so important, when we already are back racing, there's a tough battle here between Clearfus and New Jersey Ananas. Cuts him a bit wide there on the exit, but Clearfus doesn't think about giving up yet. But now he does find himself behind the Ferrari.
Someone ran wide there. That was Vengeance, I think it was.
Yeah.
Tosta Kaber, he's moved up into 9th spot. He's up six places before the end of the first lap. Out in front, though, it is Baraka. He's put a little bit of a gap between him and New Jersey. Then it's Clearfus after that. Henry Rogers is going to chase him down. And Mucho Chan, as Baraka sets the first fastest lap of the race, but there's only 1 lap that we've done, so of course that was always going to happen. But it looks like everyone managed to get through except Sandeezy. He did have that incident with Tosta Kaber, and we've got the King. He's pitting. Both the Williams are in P18 and 19 in the pits.
That will cost Sandeezy even more time.
Oh no, that was Clearfus. That's Vengeance of Clearfus. No. Clearfus. So he's had a touch with someone. Yeah, he's out. Clearfus is out. So that was coming through the S's there, through 5 and 6. I'm not too sure if he
saved the Williamses though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who he made contact with, but it was with someone, and he is out. So there's our predict. Oh, and Sandeezy, just to add a little bit of salt to the wound, he had to wait for his teammate, the King, to get his pit stop completed. So that's a hectic opening couple of laps there. We've lost 1 so far, Clearfus. He won't be terribly happy about that. I don't know if he had any contact with someone, but we'll have to wait and see what he says. If he says something in the chat, or if he says something in the incident page on the Discord. But right now, it's Baraka. He is leading in the Mercedes. It's New Jersey Ananas in P2. Henry Rogers up in P3, Mucho Chan P5, Vengeance P6, Chihi Edmund, Hannah Plancha, Tosta Kaber, and Hervina all make up the top 10. In terms of position changes, Toss is up 7, Wheezy's up 4. Who else? Henry Rogers is up 4, Chihi Edmund's up 3. As we've got a pit stop, so that's New Jersey Ananas. I don't know if this is for...
Oh, why?
I don't know if this is for damage. Softs around here would generally last about 11 laps. Oh, he's got damage.
Yeah, it's for damage.
It's for damage, yeah.
It's damage. So he might be the one who had contact with Clearfus.
Yeah, I think they were running next to each other. I just picked up right at the very end of it. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to cast any dispersion. So Chihi, Edmund, and Slatus also pit as well. So it's going to be interesting to see. New Jersey obviously has a lot of pace. We'll see if he can slice his way through the field. The field is slightly compressed. There's about 6 drivers that we're going to wait to catch up to the train. Hopefully they can do that. That is the Williams boys, I think. Yeah, both the King and Sandisi. We're going to have to wait on. Hopefully we can get going after this lap. They are a fair way behind. I think we might have to, we might have to go one more under safety car conditions. But another hectic start. Yeah.
We already lost $1 for the prize money. Our league owner Aaron said it this morning in the Discord chat. For every DNF, $1 loses out of the prize money. I don't know if that was a joke or it was for real. We'll see that in the end. But we are $1 down as it is now. Hopefully we can keep it that way. But yeah, of course, with this the high speed sector 1 SS section, it's always prone to incidents when with race starts and restarts. So hopefully we'll see a clean restart. Because of course that's also not a place to really overtake. You can try and overtake coming into the hairpin, and then on the back straight, and then the braking zone of the back straight, and then probably turn 1. That are your overtaking, the most normal overtaking spots here with the fewest risks. But we'll see how these drivers handle that.
Yeah, turn 1 is generally your one of the most common, and then at the back as well, up at turn 12 after the long straight with the DRS. It's this part of the circuit here through sector 1 through the S's where it gets a little bit tricky, and if you're following a car in the dirty air as well, can upset it a little bit. And then if you got someone who's a bit overzealous, can cause some incidents, as we've seen already. So we didn't see anyone making a strategic pit stop. As mentioned, the tire degradation around here is not too bad. You're looking about 11 laps on the soft, 17 on the medium. So it is a pretty straightforward soft medium strategy, or a medium soft strategy. You don't really need the hards around here. The hards will last about 20 plus laps, so 20 to 23. So it's still early if they were going to do a one-stopper, and everyone's got to do a one-stopper, but if you're going to take a set of tyres, pitting early it would be the hards, but they're still not within that window. They're getting pretty close to it, so I'd say if we have a safety car straight after this one, we probably will see some drivers go into the hards, but fingers crossed that we don't. It's a nice shot coming up the back straight. I didn't know they had a Ferris wheel at this circuit. So I've driven past. I've not visited, but I've certainly driven past the circuit. I saw the big that big red stand thing that they have at the as a part of the circuit. You can see that just on the screen there. But the lights are going out on the safety car, so you don't have to hear about my trips across the US anymore. We are about to go racing. It's pretty early on as well, so we got through turn 13. So Baraka, as we've seen him do many times before, and Henry Rogers is very, very enthusiastic about getting started. I think I saw him almost overtake Baraka there. But Baraka's going to be the safety car, which he's done many times in this league before. And we're about to get this one back underway. It'll be lap 5. We'll restart the race on. Henry Rogers just wants this thing to get a move on right now. He's very enthusiastic about getting started again. And Baraka's gone. Yep.
So hopefully we'll negotiate sector 1 pretty well. There's not very close battles as of now. Everybody seems to leave their distance, which is good. Very close now here between Couldn't Hoppen and Hervina, almost going side by side through the first part of the S's. Putting things better off it.
Well, we've got Chihi Edmund, New Jersey, and Slardis following each other pretty closely through those S's. But the main thing is everyone has made it through without losing another one. The King picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's down in P15. We'll have to keep an eye on New Jersey. So he's on the screen now, coming around turn 11 onto the back straight. So the DRS isn't enabled yet. He's got that. He's got that ERS button pushed. They're going to have to go 3 wide up the back straight. This is with Cheehy Edmund, New Jersey, and Iron Apple was in there as well. I think Jack Jackson too. So New Jersey's moved up a spot. Sandeezy, has he spun? No. He's moved down. Slardis has managed to get past him. So in the meantime, though, Mucho Chan was able to take a spot away from Henry Rogers. So drops Henry Rogers down into P3, moves Mucho Chan up into P2. Mucho Chan, I think, will be pretty... he want to make amends for last week. He was out early and wasn't very happy about it. So he'll want to try and make up for that. As Putin B. Hoppin, the man of the moment from last week. We're trying to ride him home to a podium, but we just saw him crash out at the end on the last lap there with Crazy Kiwi. Hopefully that doesn't repeat. He's P7 right now. Jack Jackson getting past Wheezy Weston. Cheehy Edmund's going to squeeze through there as well through turn 1. So it looks like Cheehy Edmund and Wheezy lose spots.
It's Slardis. He spun on the exit of turn 1.
Yep. All right, so he's going to have to get that going again.
From him. Sandeezy managed to get a couple positions. Now following his teammate, the King. Wheezy picks up a 3-second time penalty as well on the
New Jersey.
The exit of, what is it, 9?
Oh, who was that? That's Primetime Raz. Primetime Raz lost it at the that was turn 11, coming onto the back straight. But New Jersey Ananas, he's starting to carve him up now. He's moved up into P11. He's having a good look at Jack Jackson at the end of the back straight. Cheehy Edmund and Wheezy Weston as well as the King. There's Sandeezy in there too, so there's some fast guys coming through. The King runs a little bit wide. That opens up the door for Sandeezy. Primetime Raz trying to attach himself on the end of that little battle there. But it's New Jersey Ananas that we'll keep a close eye on to see how he moves his way up through the field. He's P11 right now after that early stop to repair the damage. Out in front, though, it is that man again, Baraka. He's 2.8 seconds ahead of Mucho Chan, who's a further second ahead of Henry Rogers. As PHV Vengeance in P4. So another solid result for him this week after P3 last week. And this looks like New Jersey Ananas. He's going to have a look at Jack Jackson up into turn 1. Not quite close enough. So he's just going to need to use a little bit of poise, a little bit of patience. We've got a long way to go on this one. 21 laps still to go. He knows he has the pace.
Yellow again. It's Primetime Raz. He spun it around in turn 1. So he's not having the best of days as of now. But as you said, the race is still long. We have 21 laps still to go, in which everything can happen, as we saw last week in Japan. Primetime Raz picks up 3 penalties now. Okay, he's just taking the piss now. Oh, as he slams into Iron Apple on purpose.
Who was that? Primetime Raz?
Yeah.
And that means Iron Apple's out.
No, he was out already.
Oh, he was out already.
He was
okay.
standing still, but he slammed in on him on purpose. So, that was very, very unprofessional from Primetime Raz. I don't know if something happened in that turn 1, but that is not how we league race here in FRL and actually anywhere. So the stewards will have a look at that, because that is just we can't do that.
No, that's not looked upon favourably here. Hannah Planche, he picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's up in P5. Who we've got here? Silderfort. So New Jersey Ananas, he's coming up behind Silderfort and Hervina, his Ferrari teammate, as well as Toss the Caber and Putin B. Hoppins in front of them as well. So he's got a group of 4 cars in front of him. He'll be wanting to try and clear pretty soon. And that is Sandeezy's in the pits. So he's going for the hards. This is a good strategy call for him. I don't know what that the VSC is for. I think it's for one of the... might have been for Slardis, possibly. I'm not too sure. Oh, we've lost...
Slammed it into the pit wall. He DNF'd.
That might be it. So we've lost the King. The King's gone. Primetime Raz. Iron Apple and Cleophas.
Drive through. speeding under VSC. So very unfortunate for him. He has to come in now. We all Sandizi DNF'd as well, so we're $5 down on the prize money. And it's only lap 8.
Yeah, so 20 laps still to go. It's a yellow flag in Sector 1, but we're back under racing. Looks like Silderfort trying to make a move onto Hervina. They make contact. That was the end of the back straight there. New Jersey Ananas is going to try and sneak through and take both of them. Silderfort's not going to give it up as they go through here. This is through 13 and 14. Oh, this is looking a bit sketchy here. You can see, New Jersey runs really wide there. So the two Ferraris battling it out. This is going to take a bit of patience from this man on the screen. New Jersey Ananas. He knows he has the pace. He's just got to, have a little bit of patience and pick his moment. So Chihi Edmonds gone into the pit. So is Jack Jackson. That's a good strategy call. Sandizi's out. Sandizi is out. So so
he retired in a pit lane.
So it's a pit and quit. He's done for the day. So we've lost 5 as New Jersey Ananas. He's able to get past Hervina just before they begin that section of the S's there. So good, he's able to sneak that through. He's got this man Silderfort next on the list. Out in front though, Baraka's doing it pretty easy. It's 5-point gap between him and Mucho Chan. Mucho Chan and Henry Rogers, it's just over a second gap between those two. Vengeance is 6/10 behind Henry Rogers. So we've got a lot of action going on in the back at the back of the pack. We're not going to miss out anything at the front. There's just nothing happening up there.
New Jersey picks up another position over Silderfort.
Nice job from him. So he's moved his way up into 8th. And Putin's having a cracking run. He's moved up into P5. So he's just gotten past Henna Plancho, who has that 3-second time penalty. But Putin be hopping. Last week, he was in contention for a podium right until the last lap. He's putting himself on the map today as well. He's going to put himself, throw his hat in the ring and put his hand up for another higher finishing position. So lap 10 of 28. So a third race distance. It is that man, Baraka and Mucho Chan and Henry Rogers, the top 3 at the front, leading this one away as we see. Hannah Plancher goes into the pits. What about Vengeance? He's had a good couple of weeks, Vengeance.
He seemed to find in the beginning of this season he was a little bit struggling. But over the last couple of races he really banged in some good results. As well on the time trial table, he's doing a good job of getting his name into the top 1,000, top 500 sometimes. So pretty quick driver as of late. Yeah,
he's had 9 consecutive races of finishing in the points, and he's had a second and a third in there as well. So this would be, if he finishes in the points again, this would be 10 races in a row in the points for Vengeance.
New Jersey Ananas looking for a move on toss on the back straight. Pretty straightforward move there.
Yep.
DRS, ERS. So he's passed and up to P6. So he's finding his way back near the front.
Yeah, so we should start to see some of the soft runners pit in within the next couple of laps or so. The medium runners, we won't see them until at least around sort of between lap 16 to 18. But the soft runners we will see very, very shortly. That includes Baraka, who is out in front. But this man here, he's on 6-lap old mediums. He had to pit earlier. That's why he's down in P6. He's got Putin just under 2 seconds ahead of him. His teammate, though, behind him in P9, Hervina, in the other Ferrari, he's chasing down Silderfort in the AlphaTauri, who's giving chase to Toss the Caber, the Nemesis Racing League owner out there. Big shout out to Toss. I don't know how he went this morning, Australian time.
It's an hour earlier than where I am, so it would be his race start would be at 10:30. So a pretty decent time.
No, they start about 5 a.m. Australian time for Nemesis Racing League, so they raced very, very early this morning.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant for this race.
Oh, no. It's morning time in Scotland. Henry Rogers.
Rogers looks for a move. big dive bomb. But it make a little bit of contact on the exit, but it will be enough as for now. No, switch back. No, it doesn't happen.
They're going to fight it out.
There's not enough traction.
He's going to try the over-under here. Oh, Mucho Chan got a little bit loose, but so did Henry Rogers, so he wasn't able to take advantage of that. They're going to come around 16, 17, 18 together. So 19, it's very easy to invalidate the lap there as well through 19. Let's open it up for...
Chan comes in.
Oh, yep, okay. Yep, so we've got a
3-second time penalty for
no.
there. So
yeah, so Henry Rogers just went on the grass a little bit as well there. I'm not too sure what happened coming onto the front straight. So, all right. So it stays in P2. In terms of pit lane time, it's a 22.1 second pit lane time from entry, stop, and exit. So, yeah, Rogers going to have to put it in a good lap here. He's on the medium, so he's on 11 lap old medium. So Baraka, Rogers, and Vengeance, and Hervina, I'd expect all of them to pit at the end of this lap. We'll see where they come out. The big question is going to be how far up can New Jersey Ananas get to make a difference. We've lost 5 as we approach halfway very, very shortly. Sandeezy and the King, both William boys gone. Primetime Raz, Iron Apple, and Cleophas was our first one, lasted just over a lap. So Putin and New Jersey. So New Jersey takes another scalp. He moves back up into P4. So he's looking very good on those medium tyres. He started...
See how quick he can find his way back up to Vengeance and Rogers, who both, of course, need to pit. But we had this 2 or 3 lap long safety car, which will extend their soft run, of course. So they might go another lap. I'm not sure. No, Rogers decides to put it in. Vengeance decides to put it in. So both drivers decided to box. Baraka decided to continue. So that moves New Jersey Ananas up to P2. So he fought his way back from near the end of the grid, now up to P2 on that medium compound. So he does need to pit again. I think he will go onto the softs with 12 or 13 laps to go. So that will be around lap 15, 16-ish. So he will come in fairly soon. Baraka, of course moves on to the mediums. Medium is a very, very good race tire around here. Of course, a bit more durable than the soft. Also a little bit slower in that technical section. But once you get those tires heated up, they will do the job perfectly. As Silderford moves past, toss the caber up into P4. So now Puddin' B Hoppin is in the podium positions again.
Yeah.
He's having a blast of a race now.
Yeah, he's had a good couple of weeks. Mucho Chan, he's able to go up the inside of Chihi Yemen at the end of the back straight. So he's moved his way back up into P9 after that stop. Vengeance has stopped as well. And looks like Baraka has gone again. So that's 13 laps on those soft tyres. That he's able to make them work. And as you pointed out, it's not a high tyre degradation track. So you can stretch them out, especially the mediums. He's doing it on the softs. It's only him and Slidus that are on the soft tyres out there now. Everyone's either pitted already or have just recently pitted and they're on the medium tyres. So they'll be the last 2 guys to go onto that medium compound. But at the front, it's New Jersey. He's going to try and chase down Baraka. As we're saying, it's a 22.1 second pit lane total time. So the estimates based on that would be that New Jersey would come out in front as we see Silderfort get a penalty. And just a quick recap of the penalties as we're at the halfway mark. It's 3 seconds to Silderfort. Wheezy. Hey, Wheezy's having a good race. Up in P6, we haven't really sort of spoken about him too much. Henry Rogers just picks up a fresh one. Mucho Chan, Jack Jackson, Hannah Plancha, Hervina, and Slidus. We're down to 14. This is This is what happens every week, unfortunately. We're getting down to the almost single-digit runners as Vengeance looking to get nice and close to Henry Rogers. So hopefully we don't get any more DNFs. We want to see as many cars finish as possible as Jack Jackson and
Baraka comes in.
All right, so where's New Jersey Annis? He's just coming around 19 now. So he will inherit that lead quite easily. You know who will move up into P2? This man here, Putin B. Hoppin. He is going to move into P2. Where will Baraka come out? He'll probably come out around about...
now.
Yeah, maybe P5, just in front of Toss, possibly.
I think, no, he will hold P3. He will hold P3.
Ah, yep, he will.
Yep,
Yep, you're right. You're spot on.
Yes.
Wheezy Weston, he pits as well. He's gone to the hards. He started on the mediums, so he wouldn't have been.
Hard.
Yeah, I think he might have been a bit wary of going on the softs to the end. You'd have to bank. You'd have to bank on getting a safety car, which is highly probable in this league. But there's always miracles do happen where we won't have another safety car. So I wouldn't.
The field is quite spread out now, so risks of safety cars are reduced, of course. But we have a close battle for P4 and P5, and then for P6 and 7. So Rogers and Vengeance battling it out, and then up in a further bit up the road, it's Toss and Silderford, who are separate by half a second. Yeah.
Wheezy just picked up a 3-second penalty.
Right.
That leaves 5 drivers without penalties. 3 of the top 5 is Jack Jackson. Sends it up the inside. At the end of the back straight there to take P11 away from Hervina. Hervina's going to argue the point though. He's not going to give it up without a fight. Jack Jackson's on the older medium tyres. You can see the back end getting a little bit loose there as he was coming through 13. Oh, and again.
Putin goes defensive and Baraka goes to the inside in turn 1.
Oh, they make contact. Oh.
Very close. Both drivers nearly spun, but it's Baraka who comes out on top and retakes that P2. Still a gap less than 6 seconds to him and New Jersey Ananas, so it won't be much of a fight after Jersey Ananas pits. Of course, he goes onto the softs and will be able to slam in big times there, but yeah, excuse me for interrupting, but
no, you're
Jackson
right.
and Hervina had a little moment there. I just saw
into
it
turn
inside.
1. Yeah. So I wonder what the strategy from Jack Jackson is going to be, because it would be very bold if you're going to try and do 27 laps on those medium tyres. But I think we have seen him. I think we've seen him go really super long on tyres before. But I'd say that's probably pushing it beyond its capabilities. But we'll keep an eye on that. Vengeance, he's down in P7. He's chasing Henry Rogers as they're just coming through turn 13 now. So they're coming through this, so the highly technical part of the circuit, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, very similar to the stadium section at Hockenheim. Jack Jackson, though, and Hervina swap positions again. Hervina goes off the road. Jack Jackson slows down. Wheezy Weston's able to get by. I'm not too sure what. Oh, Jack Jackson, those tyres are starting to cry. No more. They want to be taken off. Toss the Caber comes into the pits from P5.
He can definitely go onto the softs now, for sure.
Yep.
As Toss will as well, I assume. And he does. He does go onto the softs.
Yep.
So he will be fairly quick come this stint. So maybe he'll be able to get some good points. For him, of course, the NRL advocate here in this FRL league. Of course, we're one big community with the CCC network. If you're not subscribed already, please do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification so you'll never miss one race of the CCC network, which contains Nemesis Racing League, SFR, and of course this what you're looking at right now, FRL, and all the divisions, of course, per league. Yeah,
you could work in sales, Viet. I'm sold. I'm subscribing.
As we see the gap between Baraka and New Jersey Ananas closing down
3.5 seconds
by
now,
the
yeah.
sector. So New Jersey Ananas, I don't know if he wants to go to the end. It's 11 laps still to go, 10 as he crosses the line.
Baraka goes
Baraka
fastest lap.
sets the fastest lap. But I think he does want to go onto the softs, but I would have done that 2 laps ago already. So
Yeah.
maybe he's trying to go to the end and take the battle to Baraka and let him overtake him on track. I don't know if that is the right strategy, but we'll see how he negotiates it. He's looking at the times. He's a faster driver than I am, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, maybe with those faster drivers too, they kind of have a different mindset. It's a bit more of a high risk, high reward mindset as well that they have, and I think you need to have that, and a lot of self-confidence in there as well. But going until the end, you would need to do another 10 laps on those tyres. You would be right at the maximum capacity, but I think that's what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to pit again. As we watch Henry Rogers, who has pitted, and he is able to get past Silderfort. Vengeance is going to take advantage of that as well. Up the back straight, all 1.2 kilometres. And Vengeance is able to slide past Silderfort for P5. Henry Rogers has moved himself up into P4 and tossed the Caber. He's off his pit stop with those fresh set of soft tyres. He's going up the back straight. He's got Hannah Plancher, so that's P8, P9 that they're going to battle it out for the rest of this race. So the only drivers out there on soft tyres is Chihi Edmund and Toss the Caber. Wheezy Weston's on a set of hards. The rest of the field are on mediums. Only drivers without penalties is Toss, Chihi Edmund, Putinby Hoppen, and New Jersey Anna. So Baraka has a time penalty. I will just check what penalty that is. 3 seconds. So you don't often see him pick up penalties as Putin pits. He's going to serve his... Oh, is he out? I think that's it for Putin. He just disappeared on the screen. Oh, no, he's out. No, he's out. Yep, okay, yep, cool.
Yep.
He just... Yeah, just...
A little bit of a home question for all the people looking. This is a tough one, but what is the longest straight on the F1 calendar?
That's Azerbaijan at 2.2 kilometers.
No, it is not.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and I was surprised when I heard that as well. A straight has to be straight. So of course Azerbaijan has the flat out section. But that the first part doesn't count as straight. So that one is the actual straight starts when the DRS zone opens.
Okay.
And that is 1,200 meters, the same as Coda, the same as Mexico, the same as China, and the same as Abu Dhabi. So we have 5 tracks. As New Jersey Ananas does decide to pit, he slams it in with 9 laps to go, 8 as he crosses the line. So that is an interesting strategy call from him, but maybe he decided to get more of a gap between the rest. So
he's going to come out top 5.
Yeah, he's going to come out top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so podium for sure. Win would take a miracle, would take Baraka to drop out, but we'll see. We've got 8 laps left. There's a bit of time. This one has gone by pretty quick. We'll have to wait and see, but maybe he does enjoy that, having to move his way through the field as Wheezy Weston picks up another 3-second time penalty. So how many tracks? 5 tracks with 1.2 kilometer straights.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So we don't have a single track with the longest straight, because F1 and other circuits really count a straight as being straight.
We need
the kinks in Azerbaijan, of course, are flat.
All right.
But it doesn't.
You know what you need to do from now on. You have to bring a stat with you every week now. I want a Viet stat. Just it can be random. Doesn't have to be anything specific. But just we need a stat from Viet. You've dug yourself a hole here. Could be your thing. Viet stats for the race.
we'll do that again for the next week. I'll find a good stat.
Yeah. So a stat though for the race is Silderfort's just moved up a position. So he's in P9. So he's gotten past Hervina in the Ferrari. He's going to chase down Hannah Plancher in that Renault of his. He's in P8. So this is all for points. They're all in the top 10. Out in front, though, it is that man again, Baraka. He is doing it quite comfortably. He is P1. Henry Rogers is going to do his best to chase him down. But as we see, Hannah Plancher ducks into the pits. But Henry Rogers, though, is going to have to keep an eye on this man behind him. It's Vengeance. So having another strong outing this week. He's in that Haas, and he is only 7/10 behind Henry Rogers. They both have 7-lap-old mediums. They're both going to go to the end. So no more pit stops due for these two. New Jersey Ananas, though, he's only 3/10 now behind Mucho Chan as they go through turn 11 onto that back 1.2 kilometers straight. One of 5 longest straights in the on the calendar, and he's able to get past Mucho Chan pretty easily there. So Mucho didn't really get the opportunity to put up too much of a fight, and he's able to get that done pretty comfortably. So he's got Vengeance and Henry Rogers right ahead of him. This has been a really impressive drive from this man here. First race in the league this season. Has raced in the league before quite a few times. I think season 1 he was a pretty regular Division 1 driver, as Codemaster's providing us a very nice camera angle there. He's based on his form in this race, though. Vengeance and Henry Rogers are going to have a fair bit of a battle on their hands as he sets the fastest lap, 1:32.3. We have 6 left in this one, which is round 18 of the FRL Div 1 League. My name is Nick. Viet is with me. Thanks for joining us, whether you're live or on delay.
Oh, New Jersey Ananas just slams it down the inside.
Squeezed it through there.
Came out of nowhere.
Just squeezed it through. So he's got Henry Rogers, the time trial specialist. He's got 8-lap-old mediums versus 1-lap-old softs. It's not a fair fight, but that's just what it is. That's what Henry Rogers has to deal with. So I don't know if he will be in P2 by the end of this back straight. By the looks of things, he opens up the DRS, uses a little bit of the battery there, not too much. He's got over 30% remaining, less than 30% now. And he's able to get that move done quite comfortably. So he is now 14 seconds behind Baraka. Let's see what sort of dent he can put in that. In the meantime, though, it's going to be Henry Rogers and Vengeance who will have to battle it out for the final podium position. Mucho Chan will want to try and get in on this action. He's 2 seconds behind in P5. Then after that, it's Putin. He's 8 seconds away. He's a fair way behind them. So it'll be a bit of a battle for him to repeat last week with only 5 laps remaining, as Slatus and Hannah Plancher exchanging positions up the back straight, coming through turn 12. But this race is it's been an all right race. I know we had a little bit of chaos at the beginning, but overall I've been entertained. I don't know about you, Viet.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, we've seen some chaos in the beginning, but after that safety car, everybody sorted out. Oh, New Jersey Ananas picks up a penalty.
Yeah.
So we only have 3 drivers left without that being put in. Toffs and Chi Edmund. So both Alfa Romeos being the cleanest team today without penalties. Maybe they'll move up respectively a couple positions because of it. Let's have a quick look. Chi Edmund, yeah, he will move up 2 positions if the white flag would fall now, black and white flag. Because Silderford has 6.
The checkered flag, you mean?
Checkered flag, yeah.
The black and white flag would mean something different.
Yeah.
Just clarifying.
Yeah. No, and so he wants to get a little bit closer, but he doesn't really need to overtake, as we have 4 more laps to go as Baraka crosses the line. yeah, Baraka will, without jinxing it, win this race fairly comfortable.
It's looking
his
likely
3-second
at this
penalty,
stage. Yeah.
Yeah, his penalty won't influence the standings at all, because the top 4 all has 3 seconds worth of time penalties. Mucho Chan holds 6. So we'll see how the final standings move along with when every driver crosses the line.
Yeah.
It will be very close there between Putin and Mucho Chan, gap being 6.2, 6.3 seconds. And with that 6-second time penalty, it will be very, very close for Putin to get a P5. We'll see about that. Of course, we have the tire difference, soft and medium.
Yeah.
Vengeance still remains fairly close to Rogers. Rogers not able to move, drive off into the distance. Of course, without any DRS, you will lose a bit of time. As somebody got Chi Edmund picked up a 3 seconds, so only 2 runners without penalties left.
Putin and Tuss.
Yeah. We have seen it worse though.
Yeah.
It's only 3 or 6.
Yeah.
With the exception of Wheezy. But we'll pardon him for being in a Formula car.
We can forgive him. So we're watching PHV Vengeance and Henry Rogers battle it out for the final podium position. So in terms of the last 4 races, so in round 14, Vengeance was 3rd, Henry Rogers was a DNF. Round 15 in Singapore, it was Vengeance who finished 8th, and Henry Rogers took a podium in 3rd. Then in Russia, it was Henry Rogers who DNF'd. It was Vengeance in 7th. Then last week in Suzuka, it was Vengeance who took 2nd, and it was Henry Rogers who's DNF'd. So at 3 out of the last 4 races, Henry Rogers has DNF'd, and he's got a podium out of that. Out of the last 4 races, Vengeance has finished 2nd, 7th, 8th, and 3rd in working backwards there. So he's in some great form right now. Henry Rogers, I think, will just be happy just to finish today after his last 4 races, only finishing one of them. Although, be it on the podium, that was in Singapore. So I think he'll be pretty determined to fight Vengeance all the way after these for the final 3 laps to get another podium. But Vengeance is not going to give up.
Sure.
So.
No, knowing Rogers, he will fight till the end.
Yep.
But with all respect, he isn't a dirty driver at all. He will give you the space, but he will fight hard.
Mucho Chan needs an invite. Viet.
Oh, yeah.
Could you send him one? Do you have him as a friend?
Yep.
He's just put it in the chat. Needs an invite. We're getting one to you now, Mucho. So just hang tight.
Come on, PlayStation, load.
Oh, Mucho's gone into. Oh no, he's in the pits.
Wait, I can't make connection with the network. Nick?
Hang on, let me see if I can do it. Hang on.
No, I'll have a look.
You can do it?
He's not online. Or I've sent him a friendship thing a couple weeks ago, and I invited him.
Too late now. He said it's too late now. He said too late now. All right, sorry, Mucho. I didn't see him down there as having disconnected.
No, me neither.
I'm not too sure what. We do apologise, Mucho. Sorry about that. Yeah. So. So I see someone in the chat, Nissi Natella, has Baraka won the championship? Well, look, yeah, he has. So to answer your question, yeah, he has. He's a fair way out in front, and I think Sandizi was the only man who's going to challenge him. He didn't race last week, and he's DNF tonight. So yeah, he's out. We do apologise, Mucho. We didn't see that you were you were having a good race. We didn't see that you were disconnected. So our apologies for that. Unfortunately, yeah, you're P10 right now under AI, as we've got 2 laps left in this one. So Just one of the things about sim racing, obviously connections and whatnot. So we do apologise. Yeah, hopefully you can go again next week. So we've got 2 laps left. Henry Rogers and Vengeance are going to battle it out. Out in front, New Jersey Ananas, he made up a fair bit of time. I think it was about 14-second gap between him and Baraka. It is now 9.8. So it would have been interesting to see if New Jersey didn't have that incident at the beginning, if he was able to, if he would have been able to challenge Baraka. That would have been great to see, as we've seen a few drivers this season. We saw Sandizi really take it to Baraka, and we also saw Cleophas take it up to him in Singapore in that unforgettable battle between those two for quite a few laps, like 9 or 10 laps they went at it. So, once again, Mucho, do apologise. That is one of the pitfalls of sim racing. All right, so it looks like Henry Rogers has been able to pull a little bit of a gap here. It's 1.7 between him and Vengeance. Vengeance might have given up the chase for now.
Last lap.
Yeah, as we're beginning the last lap. So Baraka just gone through turn 2 now. New Jersey is approaching turn 1. Let's ride him home, I reckon. We haven't seen him much on the screen today as he makes his way through the S's. That car looking pretty settled. He's only got 12 lap old soft tyres. So he's been able to work his strategy to perfection. In terms of race wins for the season, there is, what can I see? He was a DNF. He was a DNF last week. Okay. Yeah. He was a DNF last week. He was a winner in Russia. He was a winner in Singapore, Budapest, and Silverstone. He's also won in Spain and in Holland. So he's gone 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be his 8th win. I think he had 8 pole positions as well from memory. So he's gone 8 poles, 8 wins. This will be his 3rd in 4 races. And he's our championship leader, and he's going to take home the championship quite comfortably. So I think he did make his debut in FRL at this circuit. It was during a 0 assist division that we used to have in the league on a Saturday night Australian time, as he comes around the final turn. So where it all started, he won that day quite convincingly, and he's repeated the dose. Well done and congratulations to Baraka. He's taken P1 for round 18 of FRL Div 1. New Jersey Ananas, fantastic drive from him. Had early issues early on, but he's come back to...
picked up a penalty in the last corner.
Oh, this is going to be...
on 6 seconds now.
Close between him and Vengeance. Vengeance is going to take P3.
No,
so Vengeance has taken P3 by a 10th.
Oh.
He gets a podium position. Congratulations to Vengeance. Henry Rogers drops down into P4. Poonby Hop and solid drive from him again in P5. Toss the Caber, great result from him with penalty free. Well done, Toss. P6, Silderfort hangs on to P7. Chihi Edmund is able to leapfrog in there after penalties. Havina and Mucho Chan come home, and I didn't see what happened there. But congratulations to Baraka taking out round 18. Well done to him. And it was Henry Rogers lost the podium at the last second, and Toss the Caber is driver of the day. So by Cody's, well done to Toss the Caber. As we see Baraka.
Who's your driver of the day, Nick?
My driver, I'd say Vengeance. Great result for him. He qualified... he qualified P5 and he's finished P3 on the podium again. So I'd say a very solid drive from Vengeance in the Huss again. So congratulations to all 3 of those. We need to work out the post race interviews if we've got anyone, because I know Baraka is.
I just got the friend request from New Jersey Ananas, so we'll get him in here for sure.
And Vengeance should be able to get Vengeance as well.
Yeah, I've added Vengeance last week, so it will all be good. I'll invite them to the party now. Of course, we know that Baraka doesn't have a mic, so he won't be joining us, unfortunately. Hopefully, he will join us sometime in the near future. I have invited them both. So as we wait for the drivers to come into the party, yeah, it's for me. It was New Jersey Ananas who I give to the driver of the day.
Yeah.
Had an incident, of course, in with probably with Cleophas, not saying anything. We don't know for sure. But he fell back all the way, and he fought his way up on his own merit. So
Okay.
we have both drivers in chat, so we'll start off with P3 Vengeance, my man. Another podium in another week. So you've been doing great as of late. Great race from you. Started off from P5, fought your way up to the podium positions. Because of the penalty of Henry Rogers, just a 10th. What was going through your mind when you saw that 6 seconds for Rogers popping up?
Yeah, I could see he was pushing. I was just trying to keep pace, but I was on my second warning as well, so just try to be careful and push. I don't know. I'm just really happy. Oh jeez.
Yeah, another great drive from you.
Thank you.
For the constructors as well, very important. Because of the Red Bulls. The Red Bulls didn't score a lot of points, so you created a bigger gap between them. Unfortunately, you had the quick Ferrari of the New Jersey Ananas filling in, who will get enough points to hold Haas from getting P2 P3 for at least another week. Yeah, Nick, do you have any questions for Vengeance, for our third place?
Did you know about the penalty situation towards the end there to try and get P3 on Henry? And you looked like you're kind of dropping back a little bit there towards the end. So was that your tyres were just gone, or what was the story there?
Yeah, my tires were just gone.
Yeah.
They were just screwed.
Yeah. Okay.
Like in the last 3 laps, they were just gone.
Yeah. But you managed to do it, and you've had some really good results. We brought them up on the stream as you were going through the final laps there. So you've had this will be your second podium in a row. So last week was obviously P2, then it was 7, 8, and 3rd, and this is your 10th race in a row where you've taken points. So you've pretty much taken points every single race you've raced in this league from. I think it was round 8 in Canada was your first one. So that's a huge effort. Well done.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, I'm really happy with today.
You are. I love the passion.
Amazing.
No, I love the passion. You sound like you're not very happy about it, and I love that. I love that you really. It sounds like you really wanted it. So, you got to love that passion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just really happy.
Sorry again for last week for not being able to get you on here, but
Yeah.
luckily we sorted it out now, and we'll hope to see you another time, maybe next week if you continue this great form.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you. Congratulations.
Alright, thank you.
We'll go on to the FRL run. First race of this season, New Jersey Ananas. Well, mate, you've set your mark on this league. Absolute quality drive from you. I thought you were gonna get pole in quali, but then Baraka came out of nowhere with that 28-1. Absolute amazing time from Baraka. But what was going through your mind when you saw that time being put in?
Yeah, when Baraka basically put that 28-7 out of nowhere, I thought like, what was going on? He must have gone straight on somewhere. I mean, his time trial record was a 29.99. No, sorry, a 28.9. Mine was a 29 dead. So I don't know how he got 28.7, but I just didn't manage to put a good lap together. Basically, it took a bit of wing off for the race, which paid off, I guess, for the overtaking. But I would never gone into 28, I guess.
Yeah, it's a like insane time. The 20 going into 28,
Yeah.
it's always going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, but it's you had wing damage when the safety car came. What happened?
Yeah, I just got bumped off by the overhaas completely. He shunted me off in sector 1, going through the S's. I was still there. He was trying to overtake. My nose was on his boards basically, and he just shot me off the road, got me damaged. So I was having to pit, almost spun because of that as well. So it was a huge compromise for my race, but I guess I made up for it in the middle stint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane to watch you cut through the field. You made that medium tires work great. You flew by everyone, and then when you went on to the softs, it was even better. That move on Vengeance coming into the first part of the S's. I was watching Vengeance at Vengeance onboard, and you came out of nowhere down the inside. That was an absolute amazing move. Don't know if Nick got it on stream, but
Yeah, I did.
if you saved your if you saved your replay jersey, then I would love to see that in the Discord, see it back, because that was for me the move of the race. You fought your way up amazingly. It was great to commentate a race with you in it. Hope to see you another race. You're planning on joining us for another races, or was this just a one-time thing?
No, I basically retired before 5 months ago, unfortunately, but I'm back now.
Where did you go?
really good to hear.
You retired. What happened?
Yeah, it was pre-season testing, and the timings, because of some exams,
Ah, yeah.
weren't that practical. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are
yeah.
more important things in league racing.
I was about to say, getting an education is just a little bit more important than sim racing. So good decision, but good to have you back though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, congratulations on your maiden podium in Div 1 this season. I'm sure we will speak to you in the near future with that pace. Again, great job. Congratulations on the podium. From both Nick and me, it was a great race to commentate on. You had some amazing moves in that middle stint. And I'm sure we will see a lot more from you in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, that was it for our driver interviews post race. Nick, shall we round it off?
I think we should. I think that's a good idea. So good work on the interviews as well there. It was good to hear from New Jersey Ananas again. And yeah, once again, congratulations to PHV Vengeance. So I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed that race. That was entertaining. I know we had 14 or 15 finishes. I still enjoyed it. I thought there was some really good action on track. It was good to see New Jersey try and weave his way through the field and catch Baraka, and Baraka was Baraka tonight. We've come to expect that for him, and we had a good story there with Vengeance. So overall, and that circuit, I like Coda as well. Next week we're in Mexico though, so a little bit different to Coda. I do believe they have a 1.2 kilometer front straight though, so similar to the back straight at Coda, someone told me. But we'll see you then though. So Viet, do you have anything to say before we go?
Yeah, it was an eventful race, especially the beginning. We've seen some great overtakes. We've seen some very close wheel-to-wheel racing. Yeah, I think we're off to an amazing end of the season, with a couple races still to go. Of course, Baraka crowned champion. Not sure if it's already done. If Baraka doesn't finish in all the remaining races and Sandisi wins everything, I do think he will grab the championship still. I'll have a quick look at that, but it's gonna be very, very, very hard to for Sandisi to get it done. Nearly impossible, but nothing's impossible.
We'll have an outline for what that is next week. But until then, we're going to wrap it up. So well done and congratulations to everyone on another race. Next week we're in Mexico. That will be round 19 of the Pro-Am Formula Racing League. Until then, take care of yourself. Stay safe. My name is Nick. You have been with Viet. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.